Okay, so let's begin in just seated, one foot crossed in front of the other. And rest your hands on your knees. Wiggle your way into this pose. You can use a block to sit on if you find it difficult, especially if you feel like your lower back is really hunched. But settle yourself within your environment and settle yourself within yourself as well. So you can let your eyes close. Let your shoulders draw down the back. If you want to maybe let the head move from side to side a few times and then up and down. Just feeling a nice sleep in your body maybe. And then with those eyes closed, just find stillness. Find where the chin is parallel to the floor and where you can kind of swing back into the sit bones. Yeah, so you can feel the sit bones pressing into the mat or the block. Just notice how you're breathing. Have you rushed to your mat this morning, or have you been there waiting for a while so everything is calm? Just notice and observe where you're at right now. We're going to use the box breath rhythm today to help us draw our awareness inwards and also help us find that focus and calm for the class ahead. The box breath rhythm, we just have equal counts for the inhale, the exhale, and the pauses in between the breaths. Okay, so let's go for 5 counts to breathe in, 5 counts to pause, 5 counts to breathe out, and 5 counts to pause. Okay, so we'll take a breath in all together. As open your mouth and exhale, let it out. Breathe in through your nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 5. So it might take a few rounds for you to get into the flow completely. So go with it. Pausing for 5. Maybe you need to shorten the counts to 4. That's totally fine. Exhaling for 5. And holding the breath out for 5. Okay, so just keep going in your own rhythm. Now, if you're struggling, definitely lower the counts. Maybe find one part of it more difficult than the other. I definitely find holding the breath out the most challenging. Just as you go through the cycle, observe what comes up. So if there's difficulty there, just observe it and work around it. Honor the counts as best you can, just creating that rhythm that's going to help you to relax, help you to focus. Finding that little bit of peace and quiet before you start. Eventually it will get easier. The longer you continue to practice this, the easier it will get. And the easier you can get lost within that rhythm, within the breath. The easier it will be to quieten down the thoughts as you focus on your breath. Take one last round, inhaling, pause, exhaling, pause. And when you get to that last pause, you'll take a long breath in through the nostrils, and then you'll open your mouth and you'll exhale, let it go. There's no rush to get there. You'll finish your cycle when you finish it. Finishing with a big exhale, opening the mouth, letting it all out. And then breathing just in and out through your nose when you're ready. Keeping the eyes closed, just press your palms together. Once you're there, no rush. And you can rub the hands together so you can create some heat there within your hands. And then rest the palms of the hands over your eyes, shielding out the light, shielding out all the external influences. And allow yourself just to get drawn into the darkness. Get drawn in to yourself. Get drawn in within. And then you can slowly wipe the eyes awake, wipe the face awake. Welcome to this day, welcome to this practice. So whichever foot you've got in front, you can lift the knee up and then just extend the leg out in front. Have the sole of your left foot to the inner right thigh. Push down to your fingertips and lift yourself up tall, and then just start to fold forward. So you might not go down that far yet. It's early on in the class, but just go to where you can feel the hamstring. If you're really hunched in your back, lift your chest up where you are, and then think about pressing forwards. It's like the tailbone lifting up. Flex your right foot like you're pushing your right foot into a wall, and squeeze your right hip back. Yeah, so right foot pushing back, laying over your right leg. Inhale, see if your chest can draw forwards a little bit more. You're welcome to close your eyes at any time. Exhale, really sink into the right hamstring. Good. Lifting yourself back up. Use your fingertips behind you, lift your chest up, point your right toes. Push down through the leg, see if you can just lift the right leg up. And we'll hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the right leg down. Did you get cramp there? Shake out the leg. You're going to bend the right leg in and extend the left leg out. Make sure that right foot is pressing into the inner left thigh. You can line up the leg with your mat, yeah? Inhale, push down to lift up tall, and then exhale. It's just the first little sensations of the hamstrings. Doesn't need to be your biggest stretch here. Inhaling, drawing the chest forwards, flexing the foot. It's like you're pushing your left heel into your left hip. If you're hunched in your lower back, remember, just lift your chest up, yeah, and then pulse forwards from the pelvis. One more breath. And then start to come back up. Take the hands behind you, fingertips into the floor, pointing your left toes. You've got to push down through this left leg to find the ability to lift the left leg up. And hold it there for 5. If you get cramp, put it back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Lower back down. Good. So you can bend your left leg in. Now I'm going to roll through into a child's pose. So just rolling through the knees, taking the feet behind. You can always take the legs to the side. Knees together, feet together, and sit the hips into the heels. Relax the tummy, the chest, the head over the legs. Maybe your forehead can reach the floor, so you can let your head move from side to side. You feel The neck starting to warm up a bit. Take a breath in, and as much as you straighten your arms and reach them forwards, you're pushing your hips back into your heels. Looking forwards, we'll come up onto all fours. Remember that breath is flowing, nice and fluid. We're going to extend your right leg back, press the toes into the floor. Okay, now I want you to do little circles. So the heel is pushing back and rolling forwards. And you're taking the circle so that you feel the weight through the fingertips and the heels of the hands. Starting to wake up the wrists, starting to strengthen and waken up the arms and the shoulders. And getting a little bit of mobility in that right ankle. Make sure you're drawing your belly button back, keeping that core nice and strong. Take the circles the other way. That's it. Now from here, keep the shoulders over the hands, lift your right leg up to the sky and flex the right foot like you're pushing your foot into a wall again. And I want you to pulse the leg up. Try not to go lower, try and go higher every time. Make it the hamstring and the glute that's working, and the belly is drawing back, so you're minimizing the arch in your lower back. Can you draw your chest forwards? Can you feel the sensations in that right hamstring and the right glute? Few more little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bend the right leg, bring the heel into the bum, and start to draw a big circle with your right knee. That's it, and then take the circle the other way. Notice how you have to stabilize that left hip to rotate the right one. Good. Bring your right knee into your nose. Right foot is going to land next to the right thumb. Come into a low lunge, so you might want to slide the left knee back a bit. Start to roll forwards, coming on, lifting the heel of the right foot and lowering your right knee down to the floor. Yes, you're resting on your right heel. Lean forwards and try and lift your left leg up off the floor. Hold it there and pulse. So we're taking out the back, just working on the glute and the hamstring. See what you can manage and keep it pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can lower the left leg down, roll back to where you came from, sliding that left leg back. Tucking the back toes, lift the back knee off the floor, and then extend your right leg all the way back into a 3-leg dog. Yeah, so right leg is lifted, right toes pointing down. Hold it there and then see if you can pulse that right leg higher every time. Try not to get lower, toes pointing down. Feel the right hamstring, feel the right glute. Keep it going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your right knee into your nose. Right foot lands next to the right thumb. All right, lift your chest up, take your arms by your side. Doing like a low lunge, but chest lifted. Step onto your right foot and try and lift your left leg up. And you're going to pulse it for 5, 4, toes pointing down, 3, 2, if you wobble, use your hands on the floor, and 1. Bend your right leg a lot. Hands come down, left foot back, right foot back, downward facing dog. Wiggle, wiggle, so you can press the heels down one by one. Where are you feeling it? Yeah, where do you feel the practice? Good, and then lower the knees to the floor. Take a cow, you're letting your belly sink, and lifting your chest head up. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. Good, so come back to neutral, in between belly dropped and rounding into the back. Core supporting you there, belly drawing back. Then take your left leg back, toes push into the floor. Yeah, hopefully that feels nice there. We take little circles. Squeeze that left heel back. Circle through the fingers, the heels of the hands. Take the circles the other way. Can you get that resistance away from the floor? So it's like you, almost like you're not got your hands on the floor because you're pushing away so much. Okay, so that hopefully that left ankle's warmed up, and then we can lift the left leg up to the sky. Yeah, so have it in line with your hips. Yeah, left heel flexed or foot flexed, pushing the foot away, and then pulse the leg. Let's get into this left side a little bit more now. Hamstring, glute. Keep it pulsing. Most of all, notice if your lower back starts to sink. Notice if your hip starts to open. And most important, are you bending from the knee? Try not to bend from the knee. That's better. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we can bring the heel into the bum. Draw a big circle with that left knee. Yeah, so not to worry about the circle, that's going to happen by itself, but can you really control your right hip? Yeah, get all your strength there in the right hip so you can support the left. Take the circle the other way. Good. We'll bring the left knee into your nose, left foot next to the left thumb. Good. Slide your right leg back so you come into a low lunge. Draw your chest forwards there. And then start to take it forward. Slide it forward so you lift your left heel off the floor. And then continue, lower your left knee to the floor. Nice. So you can feel your left hip resting on your left heel. You can walk your hands forwards, straighten, harden your right leg, and then see if you can lift your right leg off. It might be a minuscule lift, or it might be an intention and not actually happen. That's fine. Intend to lift it, and then pulse if you can. Yes, taking out the possibility of the back helping, just working on the hamstring and the glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, lower the right leg and then come back into your low lunge, sliding your right leg back. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle forwards on my mat. That's it. From there, tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee up off the floor, and you're going to take your left leg all the way to the sky into a 3-leg dog. So that left foot is flexed, the left hip is dropped. Can you press your right heel down a little bit more? And then pulse the left leg. Every pulse, see if you can get a little bit higher. You know, of course you won't. It's that intention. Pulse in for 5, 4. Where do you feel it? Try and bring it into the hamstring and the glute. 2 and 1. Good. Bring your left knee into your nose. You're going to try and slot your left foot next to your left thumb. Might not get there, it's fine. Shuffle it till it's there. Hands come by your side, lift your chest up. Get ready to stand on this left leg. Taking the weight forwards and lift your right leg. You're looking down, straight down, and you're going to pulse that right leg if you can for 5, 4, 3, left leg can be bent, 2, and 1. Try and bend that left leg even more. If you're falling, hands on the floor is fine. Lower your right toes to the floor. Take your left foot to the back of the mat into your downward facing dog. Yeah, so your upside down V. Bend your knees, push your hands in the floor, send the sit bones up, stretch out those hamstrings. Breathing in and breathing out. You'll come up high onto your toes, roll yourself forward so you come into a plank pose. Take your feet as wide as the mat, and can you hover your right foot off the floor, draw your chest forwards, come onto your left fingertips, hover your left hand off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower left hand, lower right foot. Draw your chest forwards, core strong, hover, left foot off the floor. Come onto the fingertips of the right hand. It's an option to lift your right hand off and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left foot down, elbows bend, chest forwards. Let the elbows brush by the rib cage. You can lower your knees and lift your chest up. Have a wiggle here. Yeah, in your upward facing dog. I'm going to take it back into downward facing dog. Hold it there. Nice big breath in. Send the sit bones up. Long breath out. Oh, lovely, guys. Walk your feet to your hands. Try and keep your legs straight for as long as you can. You may well have to bend them at some point. That's fine. You can bring your hands onto your shins and then lift the head, chest up into a halfway lift. Core strong, sit bones pulling upwards. Exhale and fold. Take the hands behind your calves. Lower down, tummy, chest and head. Rock the weight into your toes. Roll your way up to standing, pushing down through your feet as you come up. And bring your hands heart center. Push your thumbs into your chest bone, okay? Take your weight onto your left foot and hover your right toes off the floor, exactly where they are. Don't let the toes come forwards or go back. From here, hinge from the hips, having a slight bend in your left leg. Feel that left hamstring. Right foot is hovering off the floor. Can you take your right leg back into warrior 3 and then reach your arms forwards? Hold it there, everything's strong. Bend the left leg a lot. Take the hands down, right toes down, left leg all the way to the sky into a 3-legged dog. So you lift that left leg up and back, heel to bottom, and open up the hip. Good. Lower your left foot next to the right. And then walk your feet forwards towards the hands. See if you can keep those legs straighter for longer now. Your hands can come onto the shins anytime. Inhale, lift the head and chest up so you've got that halfway lift. Take the weight into your toes. And then exhale and fold forwards. Take your hands behind your calves. Try and draw yourself in. Push down to come up to standing. Bring your hands to the heart center. Go for it again. Stand onto your right foot. Hover your left foot off. Now try not to let the left foot come forwards or go back. Keep the toes in line. Hinge from the hips. It's like you have to send that left hip up in left leg up into the left hip. Try and bring your body to parallel, and there is a bend in your right leg. Okay? Take your left leg back. You've still got a micro bend in the right leg, and then reach your arms forwards. The toes are pointing down. Hold it there, breathing in. Breathing out, bend the right leg, keep bending. Hands come down to the floor, left foot lands at the back of the mat. Right foot up to the sky. Bend the knee, and then open up the hip. That should feel nice now. When you're ready, lower your right foot next to your left. You're in your down dog. Take a nice big breath in. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. So last time like that, walk your feet towards your hands. Adding on. Once you get there, halfway lift and lengthen. Maybe the hands can stay on the floor now. You can lift that chest up, take the weight into your toes. As you exhale, fold forwards. Now you can cross the right hand over the left ankle, left hand over the right ankle, and then pull on the legs to draw your head through. And if it's too much, hands on the thighs, hands behind the calves, whatever feels good. Good, releasing the hands, push down to roll your way up. Bring your hands to the heart center. Mindfully moving, take the weight onto the left foot, hover your right foot off the floor. Keep everything strong here, hinge from the hips. Keep those toes in line. Can you lift the right leg up? You've got a little micro bend in that left leg. So you're in warrior 3 here. Bend your left leg and swing your right leg over towards the left side. You can take your arms out to the side and try and bend into that left leg as low as you can go. You can rest the right foot on the floor if you want. Power through the left leg to come all the way back into warrior 3. Right leg lifted, hands heart center, chest forwards. Can we do that one more time? Arms out to the side, right leg swings over to the left. Rest the foot on the floor if you want. Try and hover it if you can. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Straighten the left leg, come back into warrior 3. Left knee is slightly bent. Arms reach forwards. Bend your left leg a lot. Hands to the floor. Foot to the floor at the back of the mat. Left leg to the sky. Did we survive? Did we enjoy some wobbling? Heel into bump. And then open up the hip. How's that warrior 3 feel? Bet the left leg is talking. Lower your left foot next to the right. Yeah, so if you wobble your way through this, don't worry. That's totally fine. The wobbling is making you stronger. Okay, walk your feet towards your hands. Once you get there, halfway lift, lengthen. If you can keep the fingertips on the floor while you do this, even better. Exhale and fold, hinge from the hips, right hand in front of left ankle, left hand around right ankle. Elbows bend as you pull yourself through. Then releasing the hands, push down through your feet to come up to standing. Good, are we all hanging in there? Bring your palms together. Okay, take the weight onto your right foot, hover your left foot off the floor. Excellent, good, hinge from the hips. Right leg is slightly bent. Try and keep that left foot off the floor the whole time now. Doesn't matter if it comes down. Okay, left leg goes back. Do what you can do, be in this warrior 3 shape. Arms go out to the side as you bend your right leg. Take your left leg over to the right. Now, you can rest the left foot on the floor if you like. See how low you can go. You want to really bend into the right leg. Power through the right leg. Come all the way back up into your warrior 3. Hands heart center. Toes pointing down. Yes, hang tight. Stay with it. Bend the right leg, arms out to the side. Take the left leg over to the right. Find that focus, the calm. Go with it. Breathe into it. And then bringing it all the way back. Warrior 3. Everything is aching, but we stay with it. Reach the arms forwards. Bend into your right leg as much as you can. Take your hands to the floor. Left foot to the back of the mat. Right leg sweeps all the way to the back of the mat. Lift the right leg to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Hold it there. Take a breath in through the nose. As you breathe in, right foot next to right thumb. Come up into a high lunge. Both legs strong now. Front knee bent. Lift the arms up. Good. From here, you're going to drop the back heel 45. Open up this left hip. Find your warrior 2 shape. That's it. Just go with the flow now. Reach for the fingers. Flip the front palm. Reach it forwards. We take it back. Breathe into the right side. Inhale. As you exhale, straighten your right leg. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Try and lift up through that right side. Good. So in triangle, push the left hip back. Bring your right arm forwards. Reach, reach, reach like you're trying to give someone something. Rest your right hand on your shin, left arm to the sky. Keep those legs straight and strong. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, look down. Rebend the right leg. Come back, warrior 2. Right hand is going to touch the floor. Look up at the left arm. Draw a big circle with that left hand. Rest it down onto the mat. Pick the back heel up and walk your right foot over to the right side. Good. Walk the hands forwards and now lift the left leg up. Keep those hands on the floor. Can you pulse the leg here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your left knee into your nose. If you can't reach the floor, you could have blocks underneath your hands. Squeeze that left thigh into your chest as best as you can. Imagine you're going to kick a ball with your left foot. So you start to straighten your left leg and see if you can kick that ball, bend your right leg. Keep bending your right leg, lift your right heel off the floor, come down into some kind of pistol squat. Maybe right heel lifting, maybe hands off. You can also collapse. Yes, but use momentum now. Give it a go. Hands come down, straighten into the right leg. Take your left leg all the way back, right leg back, downward dog. Did that work? Yes, breathe in, breathe out. Good news is we get to try it on the other side. So left leg lifts up, breathing in, bend the knee, open up the hip. Left foot is going to land next to your left thumb. Come up into a high lunge. Front leg is bent, back leg is straight, or as straight as feels good for you. Lift the chest up. Good. So now this back heel will drop towards the left, and we'll walk our front foot towards the right, and it up into your warrior two shape. Can you squeeze your legs together? Can you feel this left hamstring working? Flip the front palm, reach it forwards, take it back, breathe into the left side. And then straighten the left leg and squeeze your legs towards each other. Breathing in. And breathing out, bring your arms back. See if this right hip can move away. Reach the left fingers as far forwards as you can. If you're new to this, left hand on your shin, right arm to the sky. Of course, you know what you're doing. You can go a little bit deeper, hands to the floor. Breathing in. And then breathing out, looking down. Rebend the front leg, come back, warrior two. Good, so left hand comes down. For me, the most important part here is this right arm. So look up at the right arm, draw a big circle with the right arm. Hand comes down, pick the back heel up, walk the left foot over to the left. Here we go, walk the hands forwards, start to lift your right leg up. Now this left leg can be bent, that's totally fine. Hands can be on a block. See if we can pulse the leg here. Enjoy the challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you can bring the right knee into your chest. Squeeze it in, the thigh up towards the chest. I know it's difficult. Imagine there's a ball here. You're going to kick the ball in between your hands. And then lift the left heel up off the floor. Sink down into the left heel. You might be fine just here. Or you can set the heel down, lift the hands off. Find that pistol squat. You can also collapse on the floor. That's also part of the practice. Okay? Hands come down, use momentum. Whoops. Push down. Try and send that right leg back. And then the left leg back. Home base in your downward facing dog. How does it feel? Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good, guys. Bend the knees and look forwards. Try and step the feet inside the hands. Or you're going to jump them, okay? With both feet. Or one foot at a time. Inhale, take the halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold fully. Relax your head down. Good. Push down through your feet to come up to standing. You're going to open up your left leg towards the back of the mat into a wide leg forward fold. Now you can measure your toes by the edge of the mat so you know you've got your feet in line. Hands on your hips. If you wanted to, you could take your arms out to the side. Try and bring your ankles in line with your wrists. Right? But for me, that's too wide. I end up hitting my head on the floor. So see what feels good for you. Take the hands behind you, push the thighs forwards, lift the head, chest back and lean back. And then exhale, start to hinge from the hips. Fold it forwards. Those hamstrings should be feeling pretty awake. Interlace the hands, draw your shoulders back, and then let your hands come up and over your head. You can have a bend in the knees here. Yes, inhale. Good, and exhale, try and draw the hands towards the floor. Bringing the hands back, rest them down on the floor in front of you. Bend into your left leg. Come onto the toes of your left foot. And then flex the right foot up to the sky. Now you might be a little bit higher, keeping the heel on the floor. You see what feels good. If you can, let the heel rest on the floor, come into Skandasana. It's an option, be where you feel good. Inhale, push down through your right leg wherever you are. Lift the chest up. You can wrap your left arm around your left shin, take it around your back. Right arm to the sky and right hand behind you. Open up the top shoulder, breathe into the stretch. You might be up here though, in which case you wouldn't go there. One more breath. Good, let's get right over to the other side, release the hands, swing over to the other side. You can use your hands to support you or not. So where are you in this pose? Right, left toes up, maybe your hands hovering on the floor there. Maybe you're coming down, heel is lifted, playing with it there. Maybe that right heel sinks down, right arm around the right shin, right hand around your back, left hand goes behind. Try catch hold of those fingers, yeah, or reach for them, open up the shoulder. You're breathing in, breathing out. Well done. Release. You're going to swing back to the center. Have your toes facing forwards, hips up high, straighten your legs if you can. Hands through the legs and draw your head through. Now use your hands to pull the head through, hips up high. And if you need a bend in the knees, you are going to have a bend in the knees. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. You're going to turn your heels in and then come into a little squat. Hands heart center. That's it. Sit the hips down. Push the elbows into the knees. Lift the chest up. Breathe in. Free hamstrings. Breathe out. Somehow, you're going to land your bum onto the mat. You might use your hands to do that. And then take your legs out. Not super wide, but wide enough. Yeah? So don't go to your widest here. Just have them in a nice, comfortable V shape. Give the legs a little shake, give those hips a little shake. If you start to grip onto the quads in this one, let it go. Okay? So you're going to take your hands either side of your right leg. Flex your left foot and push down through your left heel. Point your right toes. Yeah? Inhale, draw your chest forwards. Exhale, round and draw your belly button back and then try and hover your right foot off the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your right leg down. Hopefully you didn't get cramp. Shake out that right leg. Flex through your right foot. Bring the hands either side of the left leg and then point the left toes. Now push down through this right leg, yes? Inhale, draw your chest forwards. Exhale, draw the belly button back. You can round a little bit and then push down through the leg to lift it up. You're squeezing the leg into your belly to help you lift it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not nice. Lower down. Come to the center. Flex both feet and then fold forwards. You might not have been able to get the foot off the floor. The intention will get you there eventually. Yeah, so you're intending to lift it, all your energy and thoughts in lifting it, even if it doesn't come off. And it will work eventually. One more breath. And then walk your hands back. Well done, guys. Bring the soles of the feet together now. Knees bent. Big toes are touching, baby toes are touching, heels are touching. That means the knees are a little bit higher because you're squeezing your legs towards each other. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, keep squeezing the toes, keep squeezing the heels. Walk yourself forwards. Try not to be hunched. Lift the chest up. Okay, inhale. And exhale. Your legs are going to feel fantastic today. You'll be doing the can-can. You can get your ruffle skirt on. Definitely the boys, you can definitely get your skirts on and do the can-can today. Might be your thing, so that's okay. All right, coming back up. Well done. Now you're going to try and open up the soles of the feet. Yeah, so the soles of the feet go to the sky, the baby toes touching, and it should help you to open up your knees a little bit wider. Imagine you're reading a book that's plastered underneath the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest up, and then exhale, fall forwards. If your elbows reach the inner legs, you can use your elbows to try and open them up. And I keep my thumbs into the bottoms of my feet to try and keep those feet lifting up towards the sky. Yeah. And if anything doesn't feel right for you, just do what felt right. Maybe the last variation felt better. You choose. One more breath. Inhale, chest forwards. Exhale, fold forwards. Good. Coming all the way back up. Bring your knees up together. Take your hands behind you. Feet as wide as the mat. Right knee comes into the center. Lift it up, and left knee comes to the center. Lift it up. Alternate like that. How do those legs feel? Good. And we have our feet flat. Reach the arms forward. Slowly lower the spine down. Bring your heels close to your bum, hands flat on the mat. Counterpose all of that with your bridge. So you're going to breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly draws back. Push through the feet and lift the hips up. Now wiggle the shoulders towards each other, the hands towards the feet. Interlace the fingers and have your baby fingers on the floor. Yes, inhale. Exhale. So if you think a wheel is going to be good for you today, go for it. Get your wheel in now. Otherwise, stay here in bridge pose, pushing through the feet, lifting the hips. Feel the hamstrings working, feel the glutes working. In fact, let's walk the feet away from the body. Yeah, not until the legs are straight. They're still a little bit bent. And then squeeze the heels towards the hands. Fire up those hamstrings and the glutes one last time. Push those hips up. Drag your heels to your hands. Good. Walk your feet back to your hands. Release the hands. And then lower the spine down. Beautiful. Bring the thighs into your chest. Hands or arms over your knees. And just sway from side to side. Well done, guys. Last pose, bring your knees together. If you're in wheel, join us. We'll let both knees fall to the right side. That's it. Keep your gaze straight up, but try and pin your left shoulder blade into the mat. Inhale, belly expands. We're using this moment now to slow down. Exhale, belly draws back. Good. Bring your knees back into the center. Lower them to the other side. Keep your gaze straight up. Try and pin your right shoulder blade down onto the floor. Your right knee into your left knee. And bring your knees back into the center. You can slide your feet to the corners of the mat. You've got a moment here, arms up and over the head. Wrists are open to the sky. Take this moment to rest. The floor supporting your body. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. So it's always recommended to take a little bit longer in Shavasana. So if you have time, stay there for a little bit longer, just rest. Otherwise, if you need to get moving, you start to move your toes and move your fingers. Big yawn, reaching your arms above the head and then roll to the right side. Use your hands to come up to seated. Sit any way is comfortable for you. Keep your eyes closed. And bring your hands to the heart center, thumbs into your chest bone. So in gratitude to your hamstrings, in gratitude to this new day, and in gratitude to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Namaste, have a beautiful rest of the day, guys. Do the can wherever you can. Bye bye. Thanks, Andrew. See you soon.